Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Rusty from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here nobody dare say. Isn't that right, Sam Jones? Sam, all you've got to do is rinse your mouth out with TCP afterwards. All right, kills all germs. If you can't afford TCP, Sam, what you do? Get some salt, boil up kettle, get a cup and just swill. Gargle. Each gargle 30 seconds. For the salt and the hot water, be good for your mouth. It'll kill any germs. All right. Dentist told me that in Turkey. Pop, pop, bang. Right. You all saw Max last night on channel. He's got a British Boxing Board of Control license. Dennis got him it. Dennis, don't get Max knocked about. There's levels to this game, Dennis. All right. Let's see if you can make sure that Max gets home safe to his family, Dennis, because I don't want to be having a conversation where Max is like, talking like Scooby-Doo, because I'll be disappointed, Dennis. All right? Very disappointed if you get Max knocked about. That's where we're at. It is what it is. It's a rough sport. It's the only sport where legally you can get killed. All right? Now, a big shout out to Dave Turnbull. I'm supposed to give him a shout out. I don't know why I'm doing shout outs to people. I don't know. Good luck to Dave. New Year. Good luck to Tom and Nikita. We baby. So, all right. So it is what it is. I had some tech difficulties. I had Michael on from West Bromwich. Just wasted an hour of my life with that. We'll go again. But Jerry, we'll get Michael on it week. It's not his fault. He's a West Brom fan, so we'll say a prayer for him. David Sowles died. Starsky and Hutch, the blonde guy in Starsky and Hutch, who everybody's mum used to go to bed and have a dream about in the 70s. I was a big Starsky and Hutch fan myself, so Jerry just pointed that out to me. I think he wanted to mention it in last night's video. I remember he had. I remember I used to go in this pub and this woman always used to come up to me and she used to say, "You're always Oggy Jukebox, you." And I'm trying to think who it is now. She used to cut my mum's hair anyway. And she always used to say, "Will you put this song on for me?" And I said, "Well, you're going to stop complaining about me on here," because I used to get off my face and sit on a stool at Jukebox in my local. If you don't believe me, go and speak to Terry Chappendama. I used to sit there and shove 20 quid in. I did, because if you put all the 20 in, you can hog it. You put all your songs on and piss everybody off in the pub. But this woman used to come up and she would having none of it, a bit older than me. And she used to say, I forgot what it's called, but it's "Come on, Silver Lady, Break My Heart." It's a song like that, and it's a David Soul song. So I used to put it on for her, but she only used to go out on a Sunday dinner. And it's Sunday now, 2 o'clock. I don't booze no more, do I? At Sunday dinners. But so with Jerry mentioning that, it makes me think of that lady. Her husband used to, I know it is now, I'm not saying mentioning this, but her husband used to work at a main dealers with my brother, so I know it's come back to me now. Okie dokie, so poor David Sowell, eh? And he had it tough last few years, well, from what I heard, financially. But what a great show it was, though. Gran Torino, do you remember it, on Starsky and Hutch? I mean, you bought one of them now, going around the corner, and then it'd be a bag of shit, wouldn't it? But back then, it were a cool car, wasn't it, with Wolfies? And Wolfies on it, didn't it? Wolf Race. Started the Wolf Race trend, didn't it? It's a true story, that. You go online and ask any petrol head, they'll say, "Why did everybody start all buying alloy wheels that were Wolfies?" They called them Wolfies. Because of Starsky and Hutch. And that, I'm afraid, is a true story. Owara Davis got beat last night. I'm good about that because I like Owara Davis. I actually had a beer with him, although he didn't have a beer. He was in Leeds actually with me and Dennis. The night I left Dennis in Leeds. You heard that story before, but yeah, Warren Davis, I'm gutted he lost. I expected him to go away actually. I thought he'd beat him last night. But I think because it was a first round knockout, they can wheel out that. Well, he just got caught cold. But the jury will be out on him for his next fight. But let's hope Awara can get a rematch because I thought he was unlucky. Put a good camp in, but if you get caught like that in round one, if you're not warmed up properly, somebody's at fault, aren't they? Now, Anthony Joshua is going to fight in Ghana. We know about that, don't we? We all know how I feel about that. You saw my video, didn't you? It's pretty crap in it. And now that you've seen the Sky Sports thing that's just come out now, it looks like the WBA are wanting to call Martin McCauley and Anthony Joshua for a WBA eliminator. And I think that's probably a risky fight for Anthony Joshua. But it's a legacy fight, isn't it? Because he said he wants to be world champion again. So you get back on the saddle. So why we're being sidetracked by these gimmick fights? Why? I don't really get it, me. Why should boxing fans put up with that? Right? Why? Why should we also put up with people like the GAD sending us videos on aeroplanes of Eddie Hills and Bricktop and all that little set on that aeroplane? They all nice and cozy in the first class seats going out to Saudi. What I find amazing about it all is this. Everybody all of a sudden wants to be besties, don't they? It's me bestie. It's me pal. It's a pal. It's a pal of mine. Everybody wants to be everybody's pal once there's a few quid, don't they? They forget about the legal issues and the legal battles and the threats and all the other stuff that's gone on over the last, I don't know, since the 80s, isn't it? All of a sudden, they're all besties. Isn't that amazing what a good few quid does, isn't it? But what they forgot to show on that video were when they were all having a toast. They didn't show that, did they? You know, all right, mate, getting all this. Well, none of that, were there? Why? Because they know that if they put that video out, there'd be problems, wouldn't there? Because people would say, look at that lot. They've kept all these fighters away from everybody so they can cream it. But how much longer are these promoters going to drag these fights out now? All the lot of them are overcooked. If Fury were to fight Joshua tomorrow, right? Joshua's got 3 losses. Fury's been dropped 7 times. He's got a blemish on his record, hasn't he? A draw. He's failed dope tests. There's all sorts of overcooked asterisks next to the fight, isn't there? It should have happened ages ago, in other words, shouldn't it? You know, if Wilder were to fight Joshua now, would we accept that? We'd take anything, wouldn't we, at the moment? But Wilder's finished, isn't he? But Colin Hart was saying Joshua were a busted flush. They're not saying that now, are they? Because the narrative's changed. Because they've all got to be together. They've all got to be as one now, aren't they? So what they're going to do now, they're going to tell us that Joshua is stronger. He's faster than a speeding bullet. And he's eating kangaroo meat. He's healthier. He's got a new trainer. It's a new year. Why not? They're all going to give it that one, aren't they? Just so they can get their grubby little hands on all them millions. But how long is this going to last for? Are boxing fans going to keep flying out there? No. And how long are they going to throw this money at this? People are saying 18 months. People are saying 2 years. We're going to see, aren't we? But the good thing is, they've all shown the true colours, haven't they? Because when they come back between the tails, between the legs, the people that didn't get a slice of the cake, they'll all be a bit cheesed off, won't they? Because it's not being shared out correctly, is it really? To get out there now, you've got to be a licker. You've got to be a licker to get out there now. You've got to get your tongue and go, ah! Then you've got to get TCP or hot salty water. Rinse that mouth out. Hot salty water Makes your teeth glisten. Trust me, it makes your teeth glisten. Well, before I had these done, I mean, these are probably as perfect as you're going to get. I'm not showing off, but no. You're not going to get a better cut or a better product than what I've got. These are from Germany, these, although I had them fitted in Turkey. Salty water does the job. I don't even clean these, just rinse my mouth out. Mouthwash or salty water. Odd day I might clean them, but you don't need to, do you? You don't clean your sink every day, do you? Bop, bop, bang. Billy Joe. Is he going to come back? He should have been fighting in December. He's not coming back, is he? We get to May, he's 3 years out at ring. It becomes human then. That means when you get whacked with a body shot, you're going to feel it. Whereas if it had been training, he wouldn't have felt it, would it? What happened to Ricky Hatton when he came back after that layoff with Senchenko? Wasn't that long a layoff, was it? Look what happened. He became civil. And that's just how it goes, I'm afraid. So it is what it is, isn't it? Crusher Ben. Finish off on Crusher Ben. The old Crushinator. It's all about AJ now, isn't it? It's not about Crusher Ben. Is that what they're going to do? Just push him out there in America on small halls to get a few quid? I feel sorry for him in a way, but within 12 months, I see him and Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman from Billy Ricky, fall by way off. Only footage we've got is him and Spotty Frank. You know, Fat Frank. And Eddie were knocking him about. What's he, 5'8", 14 stone? It's not good, is it? But it is what it is, isn't it? I don't know what's going to happen with Crusher Ben at the moment. I don't. The Crush. Eubanks stabbed them it back, haven't they? Board are not going to re-license them if they win that this month. It's all gone quiet about the date, hasn't it? So I see Crusher Ben putting his hands up to it and saying, right, this just come to me at middle of the night. I see, let's take this up and get a bit hot. I see Crusher, right? I see Crusher. I see him admitting it. I see him putting his hand up to it and saying, do you know what? I've had to put my hand up to it because it's just dragged on and on and on. It's been going on 18 months and I just want it cleared, but I'm innocent. I'm putting his hand up to it. I don't know how it's got in my system, but I just want to move on with my career. And I see him giving it that one because it's the only card they've got left to play. So I look at it. All right. So that's about it. So, okie dokie, I wasted enough time here today with people with tech issues. If it says go on there and I can hear myself, right? That means that my mute is working. So when I put this video, Michael, I hope you're watching this. When I check this video in a minute, if I'm clear talking here now, that means that it's your end. That's the problem. All right. That's about it. Let me just finish on this. This morning, right, I attempted a 10-kilometre run, which is 6.2 mile. I measured it in my car, right, because I'm that stupid. So I didn't know what kilometres were, but it's 6.2 miles, 10 kilometres. After 5 miles, I quit. I carried on for other 5, but at 5 kilometres, I quit. But I can't get near Eddie Hearn's time. Nowhere near. 32 minutes for 5 kilometres, right? And overall, to finish the 10 kilometres, it was like 74 plus. So, because I was slacking a bit on the second half of it. So, but John Fury's time, I was like 28 minutes slower than John Fury. So, John Fury is not a normal man. There's normal men, and there is supermen, and then there is superhuman men. John Fury is in the superhuman men bracket. Women love him, men want to be him. All right? 200 kilo deadlifts with me, Corey. M25 are watching me from the moon. Hey, 30 minutes on bag, 20 minutes weights after a 10-kilometre run. And all that after a pan of stew on the hot fire, living in the wilderness. The man is superhuman. But I'm slower than him. So, John, if I had a fight with you, mate, your endurance would see me off. Because I was freezing my nuts off this morning. I kept looking at my time and thinking, God, I'm miles behind this. So they're fit. But if Eddie Hearn's doing 5 kilometres in that time, he is very fit. Can you imagine him kicking off at bend like Seb Coe? We've already had him, haven't we? Icing people like Ernie Shavers, kicking round the bend and powering home like Seb Coe. I mean, so it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, that's a fast time. Eddie Hearn is a very fit man. But John Fury, like I said, is superhuman. Okie dokie. That's about it, really. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. We'll be back later on tonight, probably, with somebody on. I'll do that from home. And after that, it's back tomorrow to the graft. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Get off now. Max, give me a ring when you get this. Okie doke. One piece out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment. Booyaka. I think I'll go rinse my mouth out now with soap.